My name is Claire Bowe. I'm a former Assistant Attorney General, a former Administrative Law Judge, former General Counsel, and former Executive Director of a state agency in Texas. I'm also a trans woman. When I graduated from law school in 1983, I knew I was transgender. But I didn't know that I would ever be allowed to practice law if anyone else knew that. It was the secret that I carried for most of my life. In 2012, I came out for the first time to someone in my wife of almost 20 years. It was something that I had imagined for years as an ending, a time when I would lose love, employment, respect, everything. But as I poured my words out with tears, she listened patiently. And when I finished, she said, "I'm sorry you had to do that alone." Coming out as an attorney is a difficult proposition. Coming out as transgender is sometimes even more complicated. In the old days, before a doctor would assist a transgender patient, they had to leave their family, end their relationship with their children, move to a new city, and live in their gender for 2 years before they could get treatment. It's far simpler now, but it still carries enormous risks. It's hard to hide the fact that you're transgender with name changes, changes of appearance, and changes in the way that you behave. When I came out, I was the executive director of a state agency in Texas. No state executive has ever come out as transgender. I had been eligible to retire for a while, and my board of directors was wanting to know if I was planning on taking my retirement. I kept putting off that discussion because it was something that I couldn't talk about without really coming out as to my own plans. I had reached a point in my life where I could no longer put off transition. People have told me that I'm brave for coming out as transgender. What most people don't realize is that gender dysphoria is like living in a burning house. They don't call people who run out of a burning building heroes. It's the people who run in. But it takes a certain amount of courage, a certain willingness to put yourself at risk, to dash through the flames in the hope that there is life on the other side of the flames. And that was very much what coming out for me was like. I was surprised from my wife, from my coworkers, from my family and my friends. I was met with an unimaginable level of love and support. True, there were losses, but I was at a place in my life where I was prepared to do whatever was required to save myself, to get myself in a place where I could live authentically. Since I came out as transgender, I have retired from state service. I now volunteer my time with various LGBT organizations, doing volunteer work and pro bono work for the community. The work that I do openly. At first it's difficult, going in and reintroducing yourself to colleagues, to judges, to others. And there's a period of time, a period of adjustment, if you will. But as I have moved forward, living my authentic life, I have received rewards that I had never dreamed. I have had an opportunity to touch lives and change fates, and that makes it worth it. As hard of a process as it was to go through the adjustments, losing friends, learning new ways of being, now living an authentic life, things are better. My worst days now are still better than some of the best in the old days. Living an authentic life brings rewards not just for you, but is important for your community. To see us, to see you as a leader living an authentic life.